Well, hello all. Cashmagnet Guru coming at you. Regularly scheduled Wednesday night. Oh, what is this music? Oh, no. Need to get rid of that. Oh, man. That was the wrong stuff, wasn't it? See if we can find the right stuff. Ooh. There we go. Oh, we got some cheering going on. Okay, now that we got rid of the really terrible YouTube freebie sound effect of a crowd sort of cheer. We really have not hit the 900 mark. But you know what? I am still going to give away my account. I'm going to kind of screw around for a bit. For about 10 minutes. I'm going to screw around and really just kind of hang out with you guys for a bit. And kind of let the stream populate a bit before we actually get into talking about the different aspects of what's going to go on tonight. I will tell you one of that I will be going over tonight is extremely important passive income generator. Actually, passive income generator, nah, that's not the right term. Passive income saver that will help you and affect your finances for like the rest of your life, whether you like it or not. Stream is a bit laggy. Am I not sounding real good? Am I cutting out a little bit there, Mark? Or am I not? Beforehand, and I thought I sounded okay. I know I have like a 7-second delay, or maybe it's a 5-second delay, and I think that might be standard on YouTube. But I don't really know for sure. Is it still choppy, Mark? If it is, if it's still choppy, I can back it up. Cutting out a little. Okay. Give me a minute. Let me back my filters off a little. Hopefully I'm going the right way. Okay, we'll back that up. We all good now? So the problem is I have a lot of, I have my computers going in my background. I actually turn off my fans when I'm doing a podcast. Otherwise it'd really be too loud. So I'm still just trying to cut out some of the background noise. So it's a little fine line of cutting out the background noise, and then it might cut me off as well. Excuse me. But yeah, thanks for letting me know about the audio. I'm definitely not a audio aficionado. So okay. Let's hop into the stream and say hi to everybody. Like I said, we're gonna spend a couple more minutes. We're gonna screw around a little bit, and then we're gonna get into the big topic for the night. And I know it's not gonna be a topic that everybody's gonna be like, "Ooh, all right, we get to talk about a FICO score." But the other thing about tonight is I'm going to be giving away. Actually, what I'll be doing is taking one of you guys' Cash Magnet referrals, and I will be putting that on one of my accounts. And it is a 20 phone account. Unfortunately, my buddy there, Goat City, is not eligible. Sorry about that. And once I get towards the end of the show, and so what it is, we're gonna do a scavenger hunt. We're gonna do a scavenger hunt, and so during the show, coming up here, I'm gonna. You need to pay really, really close attention, because at the end of the show, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask 5 questions about things that I've discussed during the show. And don't worry about anything that I've already discussed, because that's not going to be in it. So there'll be 5 things during the show. And what I'll ask you to do is write all 5 answers in one line. We learned our lesson last time, didn't we, Goat City? We learned not to have people just throw out these random answers all at once. So I'll talk more about that towards the end of the show. But just keep in mind, pay really close attention, because there's going to be 5 things I'm going to ask you to ask somebody about, and whoever gets it right. Yeah, I'm going to put your Cash Magnet referral, on my 20 phone account. And I'm not sure, how much Goat City actually makes off of it. I know I don't make, I got quite a few referrals, but I really don't make much money off of them. I really don't. So, okay, let me hop into the stream and say hi. Rashawn P. I'm really ticked off about Cash Magnet right now, and Rashawn had some issues with the static IPs being considered as VPNs, and I'm probably gonna wait until next week, and then I'm gonna really bash on Cash Magnet, because I've really been ramping up to really have a show where I just tear into them. There's quite a few reasons. So, Mark Moravec. Hopefully I said your name right, Mark. I believe you're new. Welcome. Cobra. Always a pleasure. Okay. Of course, I've said hi to Goat City. Mary Thayer. Welcome. Big B. Welcome. There's Mark, of course. Oh, where's that? So Goat City, speaking of passive, I'm making $8 a day on Honey Gain. What? Get out of town. I've made over $7 like twice. 13 phones, 6 PCs, doing the new content delivery option. Yeah, see, I got onto that content delivery for a while, but now I bet I don't have anything on there. Yeah, I haven't, let's see. Nothing. I haven't got anything on the content in days. I don't know why. I think I probably need to restart my my other PC and my really terrible laptop. But geez, that's awesome. 6 PCs? Man, you must have some good internet up speed there, Goat City. My I have over 50 phones, and this PC, my old PC, and my laptop on it. That's pretty big, though. Okay. Hometown Dispatch, welcome. Happy Wednesday to you too. Got Phone Farming, how you doing? Okay, so now that we've kind of waited a little bit to get people in the stream. Now we're really going to get into the show. And, this is something pretty near and dear to my heart here. I explain a bit about why I find a FICO score so incredibly important. Now, when I bought my house, going on about 12 years ago, my credit score was okay, but I didn't hardly have any credit. I didn't have a credit card until I was 38. Oh, now you know how old I am. Whew. Yep. I will be the big 50 in less than 2 months. Yep, I'm an old geezer. I admit it. So, but I didn't get a credit card till I was 38. I didn't need one. Yeah, I would have just wrecked my credit even more. And I had bad credit. Before it took me about a year and a half to clean up my credit. But I would never have been able to buy my house if I hadn't fixed my credit score. And it was bad enough that, at the time when I got my loan house, that everybody else was getting 3.5-4% interest, and I was over 7. Which 7, that's bad. That's 7% in the last dozen years or so. That's bad. Bad. And Mark's talking about his credit score being 830. You should brag about that. Heck yeah, absolutely brag about that. I'm going to show you why. I'm gonna show you what goes into a credit score here in a little bit. But the importance of a credit score. If you destroyed your credit, you're going to pay more in interest rates if you can even get financed. Do you want to rent your house for the rest of your life? Heck no. Why pay for somebody else's property? Why pay off their property when you can get into your own house? But with a crappy FICO score, you're not going to get your own house. If your car breaks down, you're going to be able to afford to get a new car? You're going to have the credit to get a new car? It's just so important. And a good friend of mine and I were talking last night about people being terrible financial managers. This goes hand in hand with the FICO score. Most people are terrible with finances. I used to be awful. I used to be awful at finances. I knew what I needed to do, but I didn't care. Didn't care one bit. So over the years, I've hammered into my own brain and into other people's about the importance of financial responsibility. They say 50% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. That's terrible. I hate hearing that. And that's one reason why I do this stuff. This is one reason why I talk so much about the passive income. It's because I hate hearing somebody living paycheck to paycheck. I hate hearing that. Really do. But besides that, not living paycheck to paycheck, getting fiscally responsible, having that ends meet to invest. And you don't have to invest in the market. You can invest in more phones, another PC. Look at Goat City. He's making $240 a month off his PCs. Goat City. How I you probably spent quite a bit. You probably spent quite a bit to get all those PCs. It's kind of like they're having a little discussion in the chat right now. There are advantages to renting, but I don't think they outweigh the advantages of owning your own home. Yeah, you don't have upkeep. I just put in a new dishwasher yesterday. My old one died. If you rent, yeah, but you're paying for that new dishwasher, and that's an upgrade, not for your house. That's an upgrade for somebody else's house that you actually just happen to be in. Yeah. Rookie farmer here, but 30 years later, you're still paying rent. You're still paying somebody else's mortgage. You're still paying somebody else's property tax. Here in a couple of years, I'm going to do it. I'm gonna buy a new house, and I'm going to turn my house over to a rental company and let them rent it out. Will I have to worry about headaches? Yeah, absolutely. Can I maybe pick and choose on who gets into my house? I hope so. Rashawn, he hates paying rent. Absolutely. And the Q. Long time no see, Q. Nice seeing you. We are currently trying to buy some property. Tired of lining renters' pockets. You bet. When a property that would work out for us is $1,400 plus per month for rent, buying a home looks much better. You bet it does. But the problem is, most people struggle with the down payment, 10 to 20%. That's where we're saving that money and investing. So important. So, let's get into the FICO score here. Let's delve into that. So as you see on the chart here, your FICO score could actually be, clear down here, and hopefully nobody's clear down there. But really, from this range to that 580, nobody's gonna loan you a dime. Predatory lenders, where you're paying 35%, what, compounded monthly? Ugh. I cringe when I hear people doing that. And even from 580 to 640, you're gonna have a tough time getting any kind of credit there. 640 to 700, you're with some aspects you're gonna have a tough time. A lot of credit cards you're not gonna be able to get there, and I'll tell you, you have to have credit to get credit, and you have to get credit to get a better FICO score. And even in that range, you're gonna have a tough time buying a house. Come on, raise your hand. Who here knows what their FICO score is? Come on. We got 14 people in the stream. Come on. Let's hear it. Let's hear. Raise your hand. Say me. Who knows their FICO score? And then, are you happy with your FICO score? Okay. So now let's get into what consists of the FICO score. I know this is not our general topic, but this is something that I find to be exceedingly important in life. Probably really the number one aspect in your life really is your FICO score. I'd like seeing this, 3 people pop up. Me. Good. There's more. I like that. I'm going to give you all a clap right there. Now, are you all happy with it? Are you all happy with your FICO score? Rashawn not happy with it. Oh, and it takes time. It takes time. Hometown dispatch not happy, but it's going up. You know, you can see on my FICO score where I actually have some dips in it. That's really not a big deal for my FICO score. And I'll explain what I do. I do some crazy things that, I don't recommend for most people. So, okay, let's look into what consists of the FICO score. Payment history. Your payment history is huge. Huge. High impact. High impact. That is just ginormous. When I first checked my FICO score many years ago, I was terrible. Ooh, I had missed payments. I had stuff in collections. I was terrible. I was, a really bad an American. I really was. And so I went in and I found out everything that was wrong and I paid everything off and went from there. But, FICO scores go back 7 years. FICO scores go back 7 years on payments, on all this history. And even some of this stuff hangs on afterwards. But, if you don't know what your FICO score is, this is Credit Karma. Go to Credit Karma. Guys are fantastic. This is not your true exact FICO score, but it's doggone close. It's doggone close. And, I'm not going to brag about my score. No way. I'll pat myself on the back because I worked hard to get my score to where it is. Now, my credit card usage, that's at 12%, which is actually high for me. And I'm going to explain why it's high for me. Usually I'm under 10% worth of credit card debt. My gosh, just think about that interest I'm paying. Ooh, no. See, that's where it gets a little complicated on some of the stuff that I do. And I did a show a long time ago about my credit card game that I play. Let me tell you, so there's two things. There's a couple of things that go into this credit card usage. And, like it says there, number one, credit card use matters most for each individual card. Absolutely. Absolutely. And anytime you go over 30%, it's going to hurt your credit score. Now you're going to see where my credit score is really affected here. Oof. Bank of America. Look at that, 77%. Holy cow, 77%. But it's really a small amount, Well, 2,300. Not a small amount. I'm not going to say it's pennies. But I'll tell you exactly what I did with this card. And I don't recommend this for anybody. This is just what I did. When I expanded my phone farm, I went out and I got this Bank of America credit card. They paid me $200 to put $1,000 on it within the first 90 days. And they gave me interest free for 15 months. Wow. All right. You're going to pay me $200? I'll take you up on that offer. And you're going to tell me that I don't have to do anything with that. I just have to pay the minimum amount each month. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm good with that. Now you're telling me I can use this money for whatever I want. So I bought 52 phones. I bought 2 big fans, or two. Sorry, not fans. I bought 2 big chargers for my phones. I bought a bunch of cables. I bought um, I bought more shelving. And I believe I also paid for my ER12P at that time. This is not something I recommend. You know, if you feel like you can be responsible with a credit card, you think you can be responsible, then maybe just a tad I recommend it. And Aaron's got a good point here, is that you can request a credit limit increase. A lot of times with cards is they'll want to check they'll want to do a hard pull on your credit. And and we're going to get into the inquiries here in a bit. But so my Wells Fargo, yeah, I got a bunch on my Wells Fargo. But as you guys know, I'm going to Vegas in a little over 7 weeks. 7 weeks I go to Vegas. So what I did was I took out a travel credit card that was giving me 3% for airplane and hotels. Oh, jeez. And I think they gave me 150. So, okay. So you're going to give me 12 or 15 months. You're going to give me 3% cash back on $4,000. Okay. Well, where's the downside? There is no downside. No, not for me. Because I'm I have this money, right now, because of what I'm pulling down with Cashmagnet every month. I'm setting money aside, or I'm just tossing it in the market. Did that the other day when the market plunged on Monday and Tuesday. I pulled a bunch of money out of an account and dropped it right into the market on Tuesday. Everybody's running, not me. Nope, got right in. The Samsung. So that's my phone. That's my personal. That's my really expensive. My Samsung Note 10 Plus, which I absolutely love, and for me, it's worth every dime. So really, these top 2 will be gone. This one will be gone either, I think, in May or June. That one will be gone, I think, in let's see. I think maybe it's either like September or January. Yeah, I took it out in September, and I think I get 15 months. So it'll be like December or something. Aaron also brings up another thing here. You could get a balance transfer card for 18 to 21 months. But here's a huge but. Here's a huge caveat with that. Is most of the time with those balance transfer cards, because I have 2 balance transfer cards that I've used in the past. Because I like getting free money. I like having money in the stock market for 18 to 21 months that I'm making money off of, not having to pay anything except for the monthly fee. None of these credit cards I'm paying a dime of interest on, because I pay all these off every month. Every month these get paid off, except for these 3. So with the balance transfer, you get hit with a 3 to 5% fee. Well, Aaron, you look at that. Let's say I were to move that $4,000 off that Wells Fargo, and one of these cards, I'm not sure which it is. Actually, it's this one. This is my Chase Slate card. It's my Chase Slate card, and I could actually move it on there for I think 4%, which would be $160. So, when it comes down to it, and I couldn't move that whole 4,000. Could only move 3. You got to be careful when you're asking for a credit line increase. You got to be careful with that stuff because they might hard inquire your account, which you don't want to do. Okay, so let's, this is hugely important. Keep these utilizations low. This is hurting my credit. It really is. But I'm not paying any interest on it, and I'm not looking to get any credit anytime soon right now. All right. Let's so we went through that. Derogatory remarks. And I'll tell you how important this is to keep up with that. Keep up with that. This is why you should check your free credit score or your Experian credit. I was going to show you my Experian, but I think I'd show too much sensitive info. Like I haven't showed my address on here before, right? So, this is a great thing about Credit Karma because wham, all of a sudden your FICO score goes down. And it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I had this happen. I fought with DirecTV for 7 years. 7 years I fought with DirecTV or whoever they sold my debt to. And so I had Credit Karma a long time ago. And all of a sudden my credit score went down 60 points. And I was probably about 715 right then. So I was down to like 650 and I lost that. I was devastated and I kept fighting. And so what I did was I went to the three companies, Experian, TransUnion, and the other one that I always forget. And I filed appeals with them, and they took it off my credit report. But then, like a year later, it was like clockwork. Every year, my debt would get sold to somebody else, and they would turn it into, it was sent to another collection agency, and it was, then this new company would report me, and I was mad. So I'd have to go through this process all over again. I was furious. So after the first 4 years, I got really good at it. I learned you don't answer the calls. You don't talk to them. You just send them a form letter that you get off the internet. Tell them, show me exactly what debt. Show me where the debt is. Show me exactly what I owe. Most of them won't. Most of them won't go through that hassle. They don't want to fight with you. They're trying to go after easy money. And most states have like a period where collectors can no longer go after you. It's generally, like here in Nebraska, it's 4 years. So that's an important thing. Look at the derogatory remarks. It's huge. It's a high impact. And it's fairly easy to, it just takes time. If you got something on there, it's going to take 7 years to fall off. Now, credit age. Now, see, this is where I get hammered so hard. But this is a medium impact. And you see that medium impact right there. 3 years and 7 months. Oh my gosh. Well, when I haven't been doing much credit, when I got into the credit game so late in life. Oh my gosh. Later than most normal people. And then, you see by this, I got 11 credit cards. And all of them, are, fairly new. And you'll see here, you'll see there's my oldest credit card, or active credit card, because I did have a credit card. My first credit card that I got before I got my house was it was one of those what's it called, a secured credit card. I actually paid like $8 a month to use it, and I did that for like, I don't know, a year or two. But it really jumped up my credit score, and I'd use it once a month, and I'd pay it off once a month. All right, so, and these last two are low impacts. Total accounts. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of accounts, and they talk about having an account mix between, like credit cards, or an auto loan, or a house. Those are the big ones. But I hate to tell everybody this, that might not have much credit or have a bad credit score. You got to have credit. The more accounts you have, the more, you seen my total credit there. Got over 70,000 in credit cards. Nothing to brag about. Absolutely not. It's just something that has accumulated over time. But that's what's given me the ability to have a really good FICO score. And I could go into really, I could really probably go into anywhere and get a loan, and or get about any credit card that I would want. Now, I'm not gonna go out and just buy any or get any kind of credit card, because they're gonna have to pay me. They're gonna have to give me some money first if I'm gonna take out a credit card, and it's got to be useful. All my credit cards, they're like, I have a grocery credit card. I have um, like eating out certain times of the year, like that. Right now, my Chase card is giving me 5% cash back for putting my internet on it, which is really nice, because I'm paying $260 a month for internet. So, and then the last thing is hard inquiries. And this is just, when you check your credit score. Or not, I'm sorry, that's not true. This is when you go and apply for credit. This could be from a bank. And like they said, you bounce back in 3 months. And it is kind of a big thing, that 9 to 12 months. But one thing I will say here, and some of these credit card companies are going to this, is you can only have 5 total hard inquiries on your credit score in, like, it's in 24 months, and Chase is one of them. And I burn up my Chase Amazon card. Whew, that thing gets hot every month. And if you have 5 inquiries, they'll decline you just for having too many inquiries. And some other credit card companies will do that too. Everybody bored of talking about your FICO score? Did I lose everybody? Are you guys snoozing on me tonight? Better not be. Because there's going to be a quiz, right? We're going to have that quiz here in a bit. I got to finish writing the questions, though. I think I have, let's see. Let's see. I have 3 questions left. Let's see. Give me a second. So how is everybody's week going? We can rant on. can- let's talk what everybody's oh, rookie farmer. What? Y'all see that? Rookie farmer just gave me a bunch of Z's. Sleeping. Scott ran away from the phone farmer. Scott ran away from the stream. He's like, I'm out of here. And Aaron, I get what you were saying there. 18 months of time, just saying, $160. It isn't much. You're absolutely right, Aaron. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. I definitely enjoy keeping money in the stock market. It took a correction this week, but I'm not worried about it. So hopefully, yeah, okay. Let's go with Goat City here. Let's bash on Cashmagnet a bit because that's really kind of going to be one of my fun things to do next week. Is I'm really going to tear into them. Rashawn he had static IPs that they had labeled as VPNs, which they weren't. So he actually had to jump through a whole bunch of hoops. And get new static IPs from Comcast, I believe. Is that right, Rashawn? And the thing what Rashawn did was he sent messages to Cashmagnet support. Sent messages to Cashmagnet support, and they gave him a bunch of Z's. Yeah, they snoozed on him. They didn't care. And when Rashawn told me this, I sent the CEO a message. I'm like, man, that's crap. And he's the CEO is kind of pissed off at me, I believe. So, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And I'm gonna bash on them, next week pretty good. Even cleaning our phones every day, man, we're getting bugs, and I'm gonna go through the bugs next week as well. So. So what do you mean? It's like, what, this is the new normal? That your servers are crap? That are absolute garbage? Come on now. Come on. They're making money hand over fist. They have to be. There's no doubt about that. Not one doubt about that. I know what I'm making a month. And if I'm just a small fry, I might be the biggest biggest Cashmagnet farmer around. But in the grand scheme of things, I'm really not that big. I'm only like, what, 30 people? They have over 10,000 people on Cashmagnet. Yeah, so it's a little frustrating, and I'm really gonna save the bashing for next week. I really am. Really am. Definitely gonna save the bashing. So, okay, scale of 1 to 10. Did you guys enjoy the little FICO score talk tonight? Did y'all learn something? Or did I get all the FICO score gurus in the same chat at once? Actually, I really hope that's the case. I really do. Goat City, if we invest in new phones, they can invest in new servers. I got new phones tonight. I got 6 of them. Oh, they're trash. They're really bad. So I'm probably going to. I even really negotiated with this guy on prices. And Oh my gosh, these phones are just absolute trash. They're terrible. Um, I think I'm gonna see maybe if I can keep one or two. But I'm gonna send the rest back. They're just they're just so bad. They they have big issues like that the charging port is loose. Well, that's unacceptable. And another one, he said that the battery might be dead, but it's not. It's the screen that's dead. So, um, Big B, I got three Aristo 2s. One of them is pattern locked. I'm gonna try to unlock it. I got an Aristo 3 for $10 that it's Google locked, and I'm gonna try to unlock it. Uh, I got both those phones for $10 each. If they don't work, yeah, that kind of sucks. But I can at least pull the batteries out, and that's like $8 right there. So I'd lose some money on it. And I've been wanting to try out my hand at unlocking some of these Google Lock phones. I bought I can probably show you. Bought a let's see how much personal information I show here. Actually, I'm going to do it on my other screen. We'll see how much personal information I share. If you're not familiar with what's going on over at Swag Bucks, this is their 12th anniversary, by the way. No, I can't show you because it showed my tracking number, and then you could look at my tracking number and find out where I live. Excuse me. I bought a Motorola Droid Mini, which is kind of like a nifty little phone that I'm gonna actually put on Honeygain. But the problem is the buttons at the bottom are broken, so it's absolutely useless. So I also got a LG Viper LS840, which was very cheap. We got that for $10, but it won't turn on. It says it's got a bad ESN and it's cracked, but it doesn't say anything that it's worthless total junk. It doesn't say that in the description. Its battery might be bad. No, it's not the battery. It's the whole phone is junk. It's just trash. It's a paperweight. Really out of like the 6 phones I got from this guy, only really one of them was decent. So I'm gonna see if I can keep some of them play well with me. Clay Shiny. The Aristo 3 is not for Cashmagnet. It is for. It is that. I do want to say something really quick, Aaron. I do play the dividend stocks. I don't really. I don't do it that much. I'd rather have overall gains than dividends. Yeah, Ricky Farmer. I don't want people to make the same mistakes that I do. And that's another reason why I do the podcasting is I don't want people to make mistakes like I did. I really don't. That Goat City, that Ohio Direct guy, I know exactly who you're talking about. That guy had an Aristo 2 I wanted. And he said, on there, make an offer. So I made him an offer, nothing. Made him another offer for like $2 less, nothing. And it's because he charges so much on his shipping. Charges like $8, which is crazy. So, and I don't like that, the being careless. Talking about being careless, let me show you something here, real quick. I know I'm totally getting off topic, and I'm definitely going to run over time here. So you just kind of bear with me a little bit here, folks, if you would. Aristo 2, oh shoot, there it is. So one of an actual big seller of phones on eBay, and I can't tell you their name off the top of my head. The Geeks or Geeks or something like that. And what they did was they had 8 Aristo 2s, and I was going to jump all over them. I was going to jump all over them because they were cheap. They were cheap. I think they were like $28 each. You bet. I was going to grab like 8 of them. But here's the thing that y'all got to remember if you're grabbing these Aristo 2s is one Aristo 2 is not the same as the other one. Now, the Aristo 2 Plus, I got some of these. I don't see any difference with them. That's the good one there. This is the Metro PCS one, or the now this is what that guy was selling. He was selling these LG Fortune 2s. And the problem with these Fortune 2s, and I know most of you wouldn't care, but I do, is they don't run on the 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi band. So they clog up my 2.4. Clogs up my 2.4 gigahertz band. The K8 is the same. K8 and Fortune 2 are the same. Same way with that K8. They're just different carriers. Another K8. Phoenix 4. I have not seen these. Oh, actually, no. That's what that guy was selling because it was the AT&T version. And I sent him a message. I sent them a message saying you have there's no such thing as an Aristo 2 that is made by AT&T. And they're like, "Oh, thank you for your reply." And that was it. And I was like, "What?" So you got to watch out for these sellers if they don't know what they're doing. And this is a big seller. But there's a big difference between like this AT&T. You got to remember some of these Aristo 2s are going to come as Oreo. You can't roll these back. You can't roll a Phoenix 4 back. You can't roll back a Rizio 3. I'm not even sure what this is. Oh, okay, that's why, because it's available in South Korea. I was going to say, I don't think I've ever seen one of those LG X2s. Not that I can remember. But you see, there's so many different versions. So do your homework. Don't get suckered in. And yeah, like Cobra's saying here, watch out for the Aristo 2 that is really a Phoenix 3. Or that Aristo 2 that's actually a Rizio 3. That's what I'm used to getting. Like that. For me, you can't tell the difference between can't tell the difference between the two. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. But I think I think the Aristo 2 Plus, doesn't that come as purple? Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Now that I've kept you captive for 1 whole hour, let's see. Oops, I got a question I never went over. Hold on a second. would include mainly just me. Okay. Now, let's see. Okay. I'll do the last one being an easy one, being a cupcake. So, okay. So here is the parameters. Now, remember, Go City, you can't play. Pull them off. Gonna rattle them off. But do not put each individual question into the chat. Put them all on the same line. So wait for me to finish. Okay? Wait for me to finish asking all 5 questions and type them all on the same line. And whoever gets them right first, I'll take your referral. Now, if you don't have Cashmagnet, of course, don't play. Okay? Cobra. Yeah, sit down, Goat City. I agree. So, okay. Hopefully everybody understands what's going on. Hopefully I made this perfectly muddy clear. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna try to go kind of slow but kind of fast. Okay. What was my FICO score? What is the one factor of a FICO score that has a medium impact to it? What was my Wells Fargo credit card usage? What appliance did I install this week? And what is the best Cashmagnet phone? Need some Jeopardy music. Need some Jeopardy music. Yeah, it's my best shot at singing. So, ooh, no answers. Ooh, is this going to carry over for next week? Ooh, what happens in that case? Uh-oh. Do I take somebody who answers just 4 of them correctly? Cobra. Cobra did not get it right. Let me no. Mark. Buzz. Go for Mark. There we go. For Sean P. right there. Sean P. Woo! Gonna give a big shout out to my buddy Rashawn right there. Big shout out. Good job, Rashawn. Good job. You did break out your notepad, didn't you? Cobra, are you sure your answers aren't correct? I'm pretty sure those were the answers. Well, Big B got it as well. Hopefully this was kind of fun for you guys. And I'll tell you what, not to bash on anybody, what was question number 4? Question number 4 was, what appliance did I install this week? And I don't think I really talked about it much, but I know I did mention that I installed my dishwasher. Or actually, I had paid some guy to install it because I couldn't get my old one out. So, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I'm gonna give Rashawn props. I'm not going to say nobody else deserved it, but Rashawn works hard. He really does. And, I give him kudos. He just needs to get his butt going and putting out some YouTube stuff. Unless I, unsubscribe from his channel and he puts out stuff every day. Then I would feel really guilty about that. And I talked to Rashawn. We haven't been really talking. We've been talking lately, but we've been talking the last few days a bit. So I definitely didn't give him the answers if that's what anybody was thinking, because all this stuff I kind of pulled out of my butt, before I was writing it. Cobra, yeah, I'll patiently wait for the big account. Yeah, at 1,000 subscribers, that 40 phone account will be going out the door. Oh, look at that. And new baby coming soon. Rashawn, boy or girl? I'd like to hear that. So, yeah, when we get to 1,000 subscribers, absolutely. I wonder if there's going to be more people. I was a little disappointed there wasn't more people tonight. And I even put out the feelers. I put out messages on a couple of the Facebook groups, saying that I was going to give it away. Boy, oh, okay. So Rashawn, you have a choice here. Since it's a boy, absolutely congratulations. But for me to accept your referral, you're going to have to probably put my name somewhere in his name. I don't know which one you want to go with. You want to go with Flip? You want to go with Cashmagnet? You could call him Guru for his middle name, or just CMG. You could do that. Think the woman would go for that? Flip is always awesome. Heck, I've had that nickname for decades. I'm not going to say really how long, because it makes me feel old. So, but I will get with you, Rashawn. I'll grab your referral code on I'll send you a message. So, okay, Cashmagnet baby, LOL. You betcha. I hopefully most of you did not learn a doggone thing about the FICO score tonight. Hopefully not. Hopefully none of you learned a thing from it. I really hope not. Because I would love to hear that everybody's educated on FICO scores, and that they understand. And because of understanding their FICO scores, they might not have to be living paycheck to paycheck. So hopefully that happened tonight. Hopefully some people at least got, hopefully some people at least got some use out of tonight. I really do. That's why I do these. So, Rookie Farmer, if your last name started with G, you're set. Michael G, CMG initials. I like that. So, okay, all. Yeah, I'll send you Rashawn. I'll send you a PM here in a second. So, thank you all very much for showing up tonight. I appreciate it. And share the stream. Tell a friend. More people you get involved with this, the quicker we get to check out that get to 1,000. So, all right, all. Y'all take care, and I will catch you